I'm Cantrell, and I've been working at 4MS for a little over 2 years, I think. Just before I worked at 4MS, I had this project called the Chordmonger. It was like a MIDI controller kind of based on the Omnichord that me and my friend built, and we kickstarted it. People seemed to like it a lot, so I kind of just kept messing around, making synths, entered the Euro rack world and made a couple modules, and then found myself here. One of them was called the Freighter Bank. It was like this bank of 8 faders that you could just move up and down to get a CV out. You could record those movements and then just loop them. The tensile tile was a 1U module with 2 inputs and 1 output, 1 button and 2 LEDs. And you use the button and the LEDs to navigate through like different algorithms. And there was just anything I could think of that could use 2 inputs and 1 output. So like basic logic gates, a rectifier. There was some oscillators, some distortion effects. There was also drum samples inside of it that you could go through. I remember somebody got me an Arduino when I was a kid. I made some LEDs blink and stuff, but I had no idea like what I was supposed to do aside from that. And I think it took like many years, probably like 10 years before the Chordmonger idea came up. And at first I was like, I think I have to use like a Raspberry Pi. And then I was like, wait, there can't be a whole computer inside all these different MIDI controllers. The Arduino chip is this easy, cheap chip that you can get and make it do MIDI stuff. We started it in 2019, kind of rushed through it, like had this prototype that was like handmade. We had that working like super fast. Basically COVID happened and we took like a huge break. Maybe 6 months later, we're like, we should really finish that thing. And we had to buy circuit boards, and the circuit board manufacturer is like, you have to buy 10. So we're like, well, if we have to make 10, maybe we should like see if other people want it. So we did the Kickstarter and yeah. I don't really have much like training or anything. My dad was always really into making music, so I grew up around instruments and stuff. And I remember sometimes we'd just like make songs, and like I had some like silly rap song when I was a kid that was about my computer crashing. And
all right, we gotta listen to this.
Yo, my computer has no brain. Listen, say, people complain that I named the password. It's such a bad time. I don't know what to do. I know I'm gonna sue. If it happens one more time, Microsoft, gonna get a fine. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my.
Maybe I can find that. It wasn't until I was like a lot older, like in my 20s, that I actually started like seriously trying to make music, and that was using an MPC 1000 and just sampling synthesizers. I have this old Volkswagen, it's like a 85 Golf, and the steering wheel for the horn, it actually has 4 buttons. You have to push one of them to make the horn go. And I was like, oh, that seems like drum machine pads or something. So I took my steering wheel off and took the horn off, removed the wiring for the horn, so probably really unsafe, you know. And I put a little button under each one of the buttons, and I had to like fish this wire down my steering column, and then I like went under my seat and I drilled a hole in the steering column, which you probably also shouldn't do, and then I fished those wires out and I wired it to an Arduino and made my car horn into a drum machine that I could play while I was driving.
That's pretty sick.